Well, you might not think of Erie as a hot spot in the middle of January, but it certainly was over the weekend with sold-out crowds at several events, leading to a very packed downtown.
An unusual sight, but one that folks hope becomes usual, a return to nightlife that has been years in the making, one that local business owners hope is a sign of a bright future.
People I talked to socially, when I saw them, they're like, wow, I haven't seen a Saturday night like that in Erie for years. We're used to it in the summer. It's great to see it in the winter.
Throngs of people flooded downtown Erie Saturday night with a sold-out concert and sold-out hockey game bringing in nearly 10,000 people.
It was pretty crazy downtown, and especially with the Warner going on and the Otters game, it really made a lot of foot traffic down here, which always helps us out as well.
January is usually a slow month for the hospitality industry, but this year Erie is bucking that trend. Restaurants like the flagship City Food Hall and Calamari's Squid Row have stayed busy, even with holiday crowds now long gone.
I was elated. I've been elated the whole month. I have been like, wow, it's still staying steady. We're still keeping people employed. I haven't had to cut hours very much.
It's great news for an economy still recovering from the pandemic. Growth spurred in part by millions of dollars invested downtown in projects like the Warner Theater remodel and the creation of the food hall. Downtown now looks vastly different than it did just a few years ago.
It feels different, and I think people will say that. The community was told, if you're not going to invest in yourself, why should somebody else? And I think they really embraced that, and we saw that. And I think it really gives people in Erie a renewed optimism about the future, and they should be optimistic about the future here.
A major change, and one some feel is long overdue.
I think this is kind of a turn for the better here, especially for Erie, and something that we really needed for a couple of decades now.
So with recession fears still lingering, busy weekends offer reason for hope in a community looking to reverse decades of decline.
We don't know what's going to happen, so there's some uncertainty there, but so far so good.
So obviously that's good news. I mean, it's been a really good January, not necessarily expected, so thumbs up. Now, does this magically mean that one good month does not a rebirth make, right? It's not 30, 40, 50 years of decline suddenly solved because of one good January. The city still has serious issues with its budget, serious homelessness issue, among other things. But maybe, just maybe, this is a sign that all of that money that has been pumped into downtown, even in the 4 years I've been here, you look at all the EDDC has done, you look at all the development along the Bayfront, you look at the Warner remodel, the ballpark as well. Yeah. The arena was remodeled just 10 years ago. Starting to sort of pay off, and we're starting to maybe, just maybe, see the end result of all of those millions of dollars.
Especially coming out of the pandemic where people just want to get out.
Right, experiences have been prioritized. Yeah. If the pandemic taught us anything. Well.